Welcome back. This has been DM'd to me. It's been commented on the videos. Maybe you just don't have the courage that some other people do, and you haven't asked yourself, Ram, what's the situation in which you would use BGS Express and pay up a little bit of money, $80? This is the fastest that I will go. I don't see a lot of opportunities for that 125 barrier priority. But here's 5 cards that AI kind of drafted up for me, but I'll show you the real cards that I'm going to be sending in through this express process. Now, if you follow the channel, you know I'm only using base for 75 days or I'm using express. There's no real in between and there's no real outside of it, right? So let's jump in and look at these 5 cards that I'm going to be sending that I actually already sent. Going out today. First card on the list. Winner. Tournament winner. Son Goku Childhood. SBO 1018. Ram, why would this be a card that you would want really fast? Because if you look at Card Ladder, and here on this channel, this is what we like to use. If you look at Card Ladder Ram, there's, number one, it's a low pop. There's only 40 of them. So that's kind of one reason why I want to. I have it in my hand right here, and it is sealed. For those of you that's curious, it is sealed. So that definitely helps me when I send it to BGS. But another big reason why I want to, if I look at this historically on here, May 10th was our first auction that we had for this card. And in May, it wasn't quite peak. It was a little bit kind of there, but not really. We had $860 that it was sold in May. The end of that same month, we had a best offer for $800. Somebody was a little starving for money. They said, hey, $60 isn't going to make or break. And then in June, when we're supposedly in this slump, we see this sell for $1,100 as their best offer. And really, there haven't been any other ones outside of these. Maybe you can find some. Let me know. But when I look at this card, and I think on this card, and I think of some of the influencers, though we don't have many major ones, but I do think about this card. A couple of things that stick out to me. Number one, tournament winners. They're big. They're usually big. This is comparatively to the Vegito that just came out, comparatively to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, isn't as high caliber in terms of that financial point, right? But when we look at this card, you know what I see? I see opportunity. Because even on TCG, there's not that many listings for it, right? What do we got? 1, 2, I think it was 6 listings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not that many listings. And only a couple of them have them in this lower bracket of the 400s, knocking on 500. So when this card does get some recognition, and it might be a while, and it might be only for very specific people, I think it's a great art piece. I think it's a great show off of Goku, absolutely, especially childhood. But that's one reason why. I think it's a little undervalued right now, especially if you believe we're in this slump. This is an undervalued card that you can pick up. Aside from it being a winner, right? Hard to get. You're not ripping this. You got to earn it. Semper Fi for you military veterans. You got to earn your opportunity. Why is my phone buzzing? Oh. The other reason is that little diamond that they have in there. A little triangle. It's tough to see here. I'm circling my mouse around it. Some people love this thing. I can take it nor leave it. Got a little Dragon Ball in there or something. I don't know what people love that little diamond. It's a little authentic. It's true and tried. Sometimes you see a Dragon Ball in there. It could be the 1-star, it could be the 4-star. You know, some people value it. Listen, at the end of the day, I like this card. It's a higher value card that's got some room to grow. I want to get it back as soon as possible. Today's date, even though this video comes out in the future, it's about the end of July. And when it's the end of the July time frame, people are going back to school, August, all these kids, all these people are done with the summer vacation. and we start to get out of this slump, call it a surge, slump, and in that, I want to have this card locked and loaded and ready to go. That's why I want this card to come back. My own personal reason. You may agree with me. You may disagree with me. It's okay. I fought for your right to have that opinion. People have died for you to have that opinion. It's okay. But that's the first one up on my list. Sealed. That also helps me. All right, number 2. Son Goku. Manga. I don't think there's a lot of cards like this where it is absolutely blown up. I don't think this 3-month really does it. Maybe even the year. You remember when you could buy this for 20, 30, 40 bucks? People would snuff at it. People thought it was crazy when it got to 100. People thought it was nuts when it got to 500. And then there's actually consistent sales around $800 for this. You know why? Because not only does, again, Bandai and then Dragon Ball Z grade really well. It's a great, look at him. There's not a lot of things that I enjoy that are thick and veiny, but that's definitely one of them. That's the big boy. Look at that thing pulse. You know what I'm saying? I chose my words very specifically. Limited pack manga. You're ripping this out of a very specific pack. You're not getting this from an FB or an SB, right? You got to get this from a very specific tournament pack. You got to be lucky when you pick this sucker up. And if you believe we're in a slump, so I'm going to use your words against you. If you believe we're in a slump and these are now selling for $1,400, $1,300, we have had consistent sales at $2,000, $2,000. And there's more than that, $1,700. I mean, high sales. Anthony, that's a little bit on the higher end, but it's come down. So now it's correcting itself, right? Well, I don't know. What do you believe? If you believe we're in a summer slump, then this is just the summertime prices, right? And if it's a summer slump, that means you're going to come right back out of it, right? I had a job. I'm jobless. Now I got a job again, right? I was dating. I'm single. And now I'm dating again, right? You're just going to go back to your norm. So if you really think that, then whoever picked this up for auction for $1,300, hold this until the end of the year. And then you can probably sell it for $2,000. This was a great one. The Poke Hive probably didn't have the market it needed. Look, just 3 days later. So did this sell high or did these guys get lucky? Look at that best offer. That's crazy. People are desperate. People are just pumping out these cards to just make as much money as they can right now in the short term. They're not thinking like you and I. They don't got their Ram Fam head turned on. And for this veiny, pumpy thing, I'm going to keep my vision long term. I'm not selling this thing now when everyone's panicked selling. Not a chance in hell. 14, 13, $500 more than the Raw for an exclusive card. Now, Ram, the pop is 146 in Dragon Ball. That's a lot. Is it? It's not. It's still very low pop. Considering how many Raw copies I run into for this card. This one, when we're out of this slump that you all believe we're in, I want to have mine locked and loaded and ready to go. That's why. Now, if this card was consistently selling at $2,000 and it didn't have this little dip, I would consider this one for the $35. What is it? Maybe it is Express. No, it's not Express. Express is $80. Whatever the $35 standard. But this is a great card to have in your collection. A great card if you are a PC builder. A great card if you are someone that is looking to do the investment bro stuff. Just a great card in general. All right. Next 3. Oh, yeah, by the way, here's my card. Yay. Yay. Friendship. Goku saving us. All right. Shut up, Ram. Son Gohan Childhood. I can't tell you how many of these cards. I've seen some big time names. Kyle Collects sent in like 6 of them. They all came back 9 points. They did that man dirty. I've seen other people randomly show off 9.5s. I think this is a pretty hard. This is one of two things. Either BGS, really starting to fucking what the fuck's going on, and they're giving out a little bit more 9.5s, or this is just a hard grade, a hard copy to grade, a hard card to grade. Excuse me. Sleepy Gohan's pretty damn popular. BoJack movie's all right. I liked it. Didn't really like that Goku, cheated and broke some rules. But for $266, I got this one that was a little bit higher. Look, it's only gone down. This card's gonna go back up. I know people that bought this in bulk at like 300 thinking they got a good deal. I don't think there's a lot more room for this to go. Maybe 250 as the alt art. I think this artwork is 2-star or super alt art worthy. That's just me. But there's not a lot of 10s. And I got a pretty good copy, I think. So I want to shoot for it, and I want it to come back quick. Again, if you think we're in a slump, it's the end of July. This is probably going to take about 3 weeks. I'll probably get it middle to end of August. I'll look at what the market looks like then. Maybe we can do a follow-up video. But this is one of the cards that I'm going to be sending in, absolutely. Second one, the sister or brother to it, Cell. Look at these two cards, 266, 260, like right on the money. These are absolute buyers, by the way. We'll make a video about that. Cell. Again, I got a pretty good copy. I haven't seen, me personally, I'm sure the pop's out there. I haven't seen a lot of 10s. I think this is a very, very, very cool card. It's the all forms. If you're into Masters, even though it's dying, this is a card that you should absolutely take a look at. This is a card that you don't get. Cell doesn't get a lot of appreciation in general. Cross Forces gives them some love. Again, I have a really good copy. I want to have this so that come August, maybe knocking into September, I'm locked and loaded and ready to go with a strong copy. I can see what some of these sales are. Last one, and this is a little controversial. I got a sealed winner. One of the benefits of having friends, especially that play at TCG, especially ones that travel. I got one friend, he's going around for 4 weeks, going to all these tournaments. And he just ships me back cards. He's the best. I love him. But I got my hands on a couple of these Vegitos. I think initially it was like listed at 1,950. It settled to like 750, 700. A lot of people say they don't love the artwork. I got to be honest. I actually do enjoy the artwork. It's got this cool color scheme to it. It looks even better in person. Vegito, I don't fuck too much around with the fusions, the earrings. Digress. I do know that this is a very popular character, right? The Vegitos in general. So one thing I'll call out about this, the reason why I'm doing it Express is because there's none out there. Whoops, there's none out there. The market doesn't really exist for this card. And I want to be 1997 internet. I want to be able to say, hey, for less than $100, I'm willing to invest into this card, roll the dice, and say, yeah, I got a good pickup for $2,000 of a $2,000 card, or a $1,500 card, or wherever this thing lands, right? I'm willing to roll that dice. Do I think there's a market for it? Yes. Do I think a lot of people still compare this card to Super Saiyan 4 Goku's winner card? Yeah. I think people are still really hung up on that. It's a great card, don't get me wrong. I did a trade for one. It was like a $2,000 trade for that card this last weekend. It is a cool card. I kind of like this card's art more. A lot more aura in this one. I'm sorry, in Goku than compared to this one, but I don't know. Maybe it's the purple and the blue and the gold. I don't know. I kind of like this card, even though when I go on Reddit, even though when I look on Instagram, people are poo-pooing this card. But I'm still willing to put in $80 to say, yeah, I think this in a black label or this in a 10 would look pretty damn good. And I think it would sell pretty quick too. So this is why I've chosen Vegito as my number 5. He's my Red Ranger. He's leading the troop right now. Even though I got Goku, Even though I got the man. Maybe he's my white ranger. He's my white. Maybe my green. Green's better. Anyways. 5 cards. Now listen, you can decide what kind of cards you send there. Ram, I love these cards. These were great choices, Ram. These are stupid as fuck. Okay, it's fine. It's not your money, big dog. It's mine. So tell me what you think. Are tournament winners the way to go? Do you think maybe these alt arts are a little low right now? Do you think now's the time to grade them? Maybe you should be the first to market when this thing pops back up. Is this Goku overrated and overhyped? We were seeing $17, $18, $2,000 sales. Now we're seeing $13, $14, $1,500. Is that the right price point for this card? Is this summer slump the thing that's slowing us down? I don't know. What would you send as Express? Comment below, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Check us out Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot. Dollar starts, rips and chips. Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Dollar starts, rips and chips. It just depends on the day. Make sure you follow us on IG. If you're interested in any of these cards, maybe slide into Daddy's DMs. Let me know what you're looking for. And we will catch you